Am I the asshole for telling my dad and stepmom their home isn't my home? My parents had me, and pretty soon after they divorced. My parents' divorce was not amicable. I, 16 female, don't know all the details obviously, but I know that bad blood exists on both sides. And if you want my suspicions, I think they divorced so badly because my dad wanted to set up his own business, but my mom didn't want that to happen right after me. My dad owns his own business. Actually, he owned two, and the first one he had to close up. The first one he started right after the divorce, which is why I suspect what I do. My dad also complained once or twice that mom never supported him. So there are issues between my parents. When I'm with my mom, you would never know it. She does not vent about dad, badmouth him, or try to hide the fact they were married and had me together. She has some photos of us before the divorce in our living room among the rest of the family photos. And while I have issues with my stepdad, and he's not my favorite person ever, he has never complained or tried to erase the fact he married a woman who had a kid with someone else. He never got that part wrong, despite our issues. But my dad's house is so very different. It got worse after he married my stepmom. I'm not supposed to mention my mom at all. They don't let me have anything there that my mom bought. Even my favorite plushie that mom bought me as an infant. I can't have a single photo of my mom or my half-siblings on her side. I used to have a little pinboard of photos, and my dad and stepmom went into my room in the past and removed all traces of mom. My stepmom even said she burned the photos of mom. They have told me in their house they do not want to see my mom, and my room is not a compromise. So of course, I don't like being here. I spend 50% of my time here, and no, the courts won't let me stop coming, and they would punish my mom if I stop, and the judge told my mom if she does not force me to go and stay, she would pay. After our last attempt a few months ago, Dad started telling me I don't treat my room like my room, or I don't act like it's my home. He asked me why I wanted to leave our home. On Sunday, my dad and stepmom told me I act like I'm a guest in their house instead of part of the family, and that it's my home. I told them it's not my home, it's their home. I told them I can't mention my mom or keep a photo of her in my room. I can't do whatever I want with my room, like they claim, so no. All of that means this was never my home. I told them I am a guest here, half my life, and that's all I will ever be. They told me I was being melodramatic, and my stepmom called me manipulative. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. They need to know how you feel because of what they've created. At 16, do the courts not allow you to have a say in where you spend your time? Maybe, when custody was first agreed, you may not have gotten a say, but it might be worth asking your mom if it can be looked into. And have you spoken with your mom about the situation and how it's affecting you? Your dad and stepmom are creating a really negative space for you, and it's not healthy. We were in court only a few months ago. I do not get to decide at 16. I know many places let people my age decide, but our judges are a lot more focused on making sure custody remains the same until kids are 18. That's really crappy. I'm so sorry that you have to deal with this. P.S. Them calling you melodramatic is just them trying to dismiss your feelings. And I suspect your stepmom calling you manipulative is her projecting, because I think it's clear who the manipulative one is. Not the asshole. Of course, that isn't your home. Home is where you feel loved and safe to be yourself. It's where you're supposed to let your walls down and relax. But how can you possibly do that when you have to constantly police your own words to avoid mentioning your mom? Your dad and stepmom seem to think you can just leave a massive part of yourself and your world on the doorstep of their home once you enter. You're not even allowed a childhood plushie that brings you comfort because it happened to be purchased by your mom 16 years ago. Your bedroom there probably feels like a hotel room, except even hotel rooms let you have trinkets that remind you of home. The level of absurdity is immeasurable. How you feel is 100% valid. It's not melodramatic. They shouldn't ask questions they're not prepared to deal with when answered. They should be asking how they can help you feel like it's your home, not blaming a child for feeling detached. Not the asshole. You're absolutely right. Not your problem that they can't see it. If they spent less time hating on your mom and more time trying to build a relationship with you, maybe things could be different. My stepmom even said she burned the photos of mom. This is not normal behavior. Well, that's another episode of Am I the Asshole in the books. I really appreciate all of you who made it this far into the video. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, it would really help the channel out a lot if you gave the video a thumbs up, subscribe, or leave a comment down below. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.